Well, hey. So here I am. I'm out and about here on the bike trail on the low path. It's very Pacific. And I just wanted to bring up a few things. So this probably won't be a real long, drawn out discussion. Uh, oh, it's a gorgeous day out up here. Morning. I got only going to get up. Supposed to only get up to about 85 today, so it's going to be pretty nice. But I wanted to bring up a few items that I didn't bring up. I don't think I brought them up on that stream I did a couple hours ago. And that is, I changed so much of my shit after I had a heart attack that I can't understand when bad things happen to other people why they would even want to or feel the need to fall into the same routine. Morning. Why would you want to fall into the same routine again that pretty much caused your shit in the first place? I quit smoking. I dropped my cigarettes, and I tell you that was hard. I was at a 2-pack a day habit when I quit, and I just went cold turkey. Didn't do the pads, didn't do chanting, didn't do anything like that. Doctor told me if I didn't quit, it would kill me. So I quit. And I feel better for it, actually, overall. And here we have someone who lived down in South Texas that I'm not going to mention name that went in and had open heart fucking surgery. Now, I didn't have open heart surgery. I had a heart attack. So what happened to him down there in Texas was, what I feel anyway, was worse than what I went through. Because they actually went in and had to crack his rib to get to his heart. Which that's got to be tough on anyone. So, giving credit where credit's due, his shit was worse than mine. At least I think so anyway. But after you have a life altering event like that, you try to make changes. Oh, no, not him. He's back down there doing the same fucking shit that he did before. Slurping that frickin' soda out of 2-liter bottles, eating junk food. Eating that. How much of that Neapolitan ice cream did you eat in one sitting? How much of that? Did you eat that whole fucking container? Yeah, that's real healthy. And I couldn't help but notice that you got back. Yes, you did. You got your dip back. You're back to chewing that fucking tobacco. And I'm sorry, man, but I'm not buying the fact that The doctors told you it was okay to smoke pot after an open heart surgery. I'm not buying it. Not buying it. Not buying it. Not one little fucking bit. Because you didn't go into the hospital because you had arthritis. You didn't go into the hospital because you had cataracts. You didn't go into the hospital for anything. You went in the hospital with fucking heart issues. And you still think swallowing that fucking tar and nicotine is going to do you good? What a fucking moron. So let's get into the really good shit here that I wanted to bring up. I gotta say thank you. I gotta say thank you. I do. I want to say thank you. I want to thank you for making that phone call out there to the North Hollywood Police Department. I want to thank you for that. Because that was just another nail in your fucking coffin, you dumb motherfucker. And honestly, you need to have some sort of screening. Seriously. You really need to have some sort of mental freaking screening done. Because I don't know where you come up with this shit that I lived in California. I've never lived in California. I've visited California, but I have never lived in California. And none of the time when I was in California visiting was I in the Hollywood area. That's like pretty much slum territory now anyway. And it was back then. No, I'm not going to fucking Hollywood. In San Diego, and we drove up to go to Disneyland a couple of times, but I've never lived there. It was for a fucking visit anyway. But you just don't get that, you shit for brains. See what this comment say. Oh, hey, it's Rick. He said, yes, that's true. Prolonging it. Well, and that's me too, when they put the stent in. So I got a little bit of extra time, courtesy of the stent. And honestly, I really, really believe that had this happened to me 30, 40 years ago, I wouldn't be here. So that's how much medical technology has changed over the years. But I don't, I appreciate what I've got left. Or, hell, I could be gone tomorrow. Who knows? Who the hell knows? I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. I do know that they had to zap me back twice while they were doing my procedure. But again, it was an open heart. They didn't split me open. They went in through. This just amazes me to no end when I say this. They went through my wrist to get to my heart to put the stent in. I have no idea how they did it. Because that's something that I haven't even bothered to look up to see how they did it. I just know that, oh, hey, there's a stranger. How you doing? Tacos, Colts, and Cats is in there. But, you know, I made, well, a whole while, there was a whole lot of, 2023 was not a good year. There was a whole lot of life-changing things that happened within, let's see, what, June, within a 3-month time span. And there's people watching that know what I went through. So I'm not going to get into it. In that short little time span, my shit was turned upside down. And I made changes. Some good, some not so good. But hey, I made choices, that things that I felt I had to do. I found out some good things and I found out some bad things. So, but to see someone who so blatantly has been handed another chance to throw it away is ludicrous. Not surprising, but it's ludicrous. Hey, we got people out. Oh! Oh! Want another one? There's a daycare center, and sometimes when I go by, there's kids out, and they like my horn. So I honk my horn for them. They get a kick out of it, so why not? But yeah, that's what I know. I'm getting at that where it's like, okay, I was handed another chance. For how long? Who knows? But I'm sure not going to fucking waste it. Now, if you want to waste it with your fucking bullshit phone calls and your outright lies, you go right ahead. How you doing? Because I'm not bullshitting. I'm not bullshitting. I told you if you ever had the cops come to my place, start looking over your shoulder. And you did. And you did. And that's what's happening right now. So, like an idiot, you had to call and make up your fucking lie. Make up a fucking lie and actually call another police department. Which was about the most stupidest fucking thing you could have done. And you did it live. You did it fucking live. So if they called you back, haven't heard if they've called you back or not. They probably won't. Because a 5-minute Google search into that case just proves that you're just full of shit. Let alone that one little detail. You always seem to fucking overlook. I never lived in California. But you can just go right ahead. Call them back. Call them again. Give them more fucking false information. Get another felony tacked onto it, jackass. You know what's bad, man? You have no life. Zero. Morning. Morning. You don't have a life, man. That's why you stream all the time. You stream yourself eating. Hell, I'm surprised you don't do a sleep stream. I remember when those were really popular. Where they put the camera up and you go to sleep and you have a sleep stream. I never understood that, but whatever. But then, of course, watching any of your streams will pretty much put anybody to sleep, especially when you're doing that sorry ass Microsoft Paint shit. But yeah, man, you need to you need to change your lifestyle. See, you fucked up this time too. You know, before I could have said, well, I don't want to do anything about it. I don't want to do anything about it. I don't want the prosecutor. Too late for that now. Too late. You crossed the line, man. You put a fucking retirement home into lockdown. You dumb some bitch. What's this one say? Well, thank you, Tacos Called. I appreciate you following me through all that shit. Now there was a case where he was with Dolly for I don't know something at some recording studio someplace. It was just it was one of those things of Dolly being polite to what she thought, I'm sure, was some sort of artist or whatever. She didn't know that at the time. She did not know she was dealing with a kid he did. Because he didn't have to say anything about that to anybody. But anyway, yeah. So no, that's a legit photo. That's not Photoshop or AI or anything like that. And if it's a photo I'm thinking it is, it's not Photoshop. But anyway, getting back to the idiot down there in South Texas. Oh, and hey, by the way, couldn't help but notice that you actually commented on a phone call that you received from someone that you had not heard from in like 2 years. Well, you know what? You got trolled, jackass. You got fucking trolled because it wasn't him. It wasn't him. And I'm not going to take credit for it because it wasn't me. Just like your little buddy that pops on and comments all the time and is on your stream. You don't think he's not trolling you? You're dumber than you look. And you look pretty fucking stupid. Although having that beard trimmed up really does improve you 110% without a doubt. I will say that. I will say that. But I know you'll go back to your ratty ass, scraggly looking bum self. You're already back living in your fucking bug infested little room where you already had to have your bug spray out. Already saw that, man. Already watched it. Had to have your bug spray out already. Was that for roaches or bed bugs or what the fuck was it for? And I found out something else too. You don't use tea tree oil on your skin like you're cleared up because you were in an environment that was clean. CLEAN, clean. You weren't in a fucking messed up piece of shit room by the week roach motel. But there you are, right back in it and right back doing the same shit that you did before you went to the hospital. How fucking stupid is that? You didn't even take the time to look back and figure out maybe there was something that you were doing that needed to change. But oh no, not you, man. Not you. You're Mr. I know everything and I know what's best for everybody and I know everything about everything. And you don't know jack shit, do you? A Google degree is not a degree. But seriously, man, it's time for you to start making fucking amends with people. Or trying to anyway. I know there's a whole bunch of people out there that are going to be like, fuck yourself. You screwed us over for too long. You're not getting another chance. Much like your little buddy up there in Tennessee. Let's go down up here and pull off and stop real quick. See what I got for a comment on here. Oh, that's fine. I'm getting ready to shut it down. So I'm sure that your doctors and people have told you that you needed to make some lifestyle changes. Kind of the same thing that did to me when I was in the hospital. But you jumped right back into it, the exact same shit. So, good luck getting people to feel sorry for you the next time you go into the hospital because you're doing the same crap. Because as far as I go, I have no fucking sympathy. I have no empathy for your sorry ass. You have fucked with me and fucked with me and fucked with me for years now, and I'm fed up. I'm fed up. You hung yourself when you called the retirement home up here, and you just tacked another nail in your coffin when you called that fucking Hollywood police station. I've got the clips, so don't think you can go delete it. I've already got it. But yeah, keep it up, asshole. Keep it up. Because that knock's going to come on your door and you'll get cuffed and stuff. And I'll do an FOIA to get the fucking body cam just so I got something to laugh my ass off at. Because you remember when your buddy up there in Tennessee started fucking with me, and what happened to him? WSMV News came knocking, didn't they? Didn't they? And all of a sudden, he was running scared again. So stand by, shithead. It's happening. And it's going on right now behind the scenes. It'll happen. Might take a while. The wheels of justice turn slowly. And with that, I'm going to call it quits and end this stream. You guys have a good one. We'll catch you later.